Hello, my fellow Italians. I am tuning in the first segment of Angola's video because I gave him the idea of doing a Germany, idea of the peace treaty, and a bunch of other stuff that is key essential in the video, except for the Austrian thing, which Stockton did. But nevertheless, he still puts effort into his video and records it. So, yeah, I'm giving myself credit and acknowledge.
What's up guys, and welcome to a new collab video where me and Stockton Mapping are going to record what if Germany formed an empire. So here we see the AfD party slowly gaining ground and gaining control in Germany, and they are going to take control of Germany, and first thing they would do is send an ultimatum to Austria and Luxembourg, and France is not going to like this, but NATO doesn't exist in this scenario, so everybody's just going to shut up about this and nothing's going to happen. But here we see Luxembourg accepting due to military presence from Germany on their border, and Austria does not accept this, surprisingly.
So here since Austria declined Germany's request. Germany's going to invade Austria. I suck at this. Germany's going to invade Austria and going to move in here and take the western part of Austria and move very quickly and just take out the entire part of Austria. Germany is just going to annex all of Austria. And over here in Ukraine, the Russians are going to gain more ground in Ukraine, and they're going to push more westward and take more land that borders Moldova with the forces in Transnistria, and basically they're going to keep going like this, and they gain a lot of ground. Okay.
With Russia gaining so much ground in Ukraine, Belarus is going to join the war, and they had Russian troops along their border ready to push in, so they're going to begin flooding in like crazy. And Belarus is, as soon as this happens, they perform exceptionally well compared to Russia because Ukraine was not ready for this. So they are going to push down, take Kiev, and Ukraine's going to surrender over to Russia and Belarus. With this happening, Russia and Belarus are going to form a union, like so, and unite, and let's see this peace treaty. With this peace treaty happening, Ukraine's going to lose land north of them, and they're going to have a new river border, and they're also going to become a puppet state of Russia and Belarus. And let's go back to Germany.
So we're going to be seeing Germany declare war on Poland, and Poland isn't expecting this. So Germany is going to start pushing into Poland very, very easily, right like this. But Polish troops will eventually get to the border, and they're eventually going to start push back Germany, and they're going to push them back like this. And well, Germany doesn't like this though, because why would they? They're getting pushed all the way back. But Germany is still fighting, and they do have more troops in Poland, so they're going to be going back and basically just invading more of Poland and taking out, and taking out a lot of Poland, and they're basically going to encircle Poland along this border, and they're going to surrender. Poland's going to surrender to Germany. So in the peace treaty, we're going to see Germany annexing some of their old lands that they used to own from Poland, and Poland is going to become a puppet state of Germany. And yeah.
So first thing we see on my part after Stockton's Poland mess, we're gonna see Germany invading into Czechia, and They're doing this justified by the reasons of Czechia having German-speaking land, but they're really doing it for expansion and so they could get more land for more production. And they fully surround Czechia, so this is going to be a very fast war, with them splitting Czechia in half and Czechia surrendering. Now, because this happened so fast, other countries are going to be scared of the German might, and they're going to want to form like an alliance, so let's go ahead and see an alliance formed against Germany. This alliance forms against Germany as soon as Germany declares war on Denmark. Now, this alliance is going to be to combat German expansion, and it's going to be decently powerful, but they are very scared of the German might. So Germans are just going to push into Denmark very fast, and then Denmark surrenders in 5 hours instead of 6. Now here we go, back over to Stockton.
So basically, we're going to be seeing some rebels in Italy, in Sardinia. Basically, they're going to go and they're going to take out Sicily too, and go up here. Italy is not prepared for this, and the rebels have a lot of people on their side, a lot of refugees from Libya and stuff. So they're going to keep marching up the coast until they surround Rome. And they surround Rome like that, and then they keep marching up the coast. And they basically just take most of Italy, but Rome is still here, and they actually start to push back. Rome starts to push back, and basically they're gonna start taking back a lot of their land. And they decide to make a peace deal with the rebels. So in the peace treaty, we're going to be seeing the rebels annex South Italy, and the rebels are going to be fascists, so they're going to ally with Germany, probably up here. And yeah.
With Germany funding rebels in southern Italy, this Blue Alliance is going to declare war on Germany and southern Italy, but first they're going to declare war on southern Italy, and Germany's going to be like, oh wow, should we? So Germany's going to be contemplating joining this war or not, but they're just going to be like, join or not join, we don't know. We don't know what we're doing yet. But they will join eventually, with southern Italy being more able to defend themselves. They're going to hold a decent defensive for a minute, but this won't be able to hold up much against the stronger and morally better Italians up north, with these rebels being funded by the evil Germans in the AFD party. And they're going to make a few naval landings here, and this rebellion's also going to cause rebellions down here in Sicily. So southern Italy basically falls apart, and I don't know why this is colored in like that. Southern Italy basically falls apart, and Germany's going to be like, oh no, we gotta help out southern Italy. So they're going to be like, let's do what we did constantly. Let's start an invasion into France to try to push through Paris. Let's completely siege Belgium. But instead of France not being ready, they're going to be ready in Belgium, and this is not going to work out the same for Germany as it did. And Netherlands is going to surrender to Germany due to them taking advantage of the Netherlands environment. Belgium's also going to surrender to Germany, but here we also do see the French being able to push back in Belgium to help the Belgian people out, and the Dutch are going to be helped out. Due to the extreme population density of the Dutch, they are going to push back a lot, and Germany's going to be like, alright, we can't do anything down there. So they're going to split Italy from Hungary and Slovakia. Slovakia is going to fall pretty fast. They're going to make a spearhead along the border, cutting off supply routes between Slovakia and Hungary. Hungary's going to push back into Slovakia and be able to sort of be a last stance for this region. Here we also see Slovenia surrendering all over to Germany. With this happening, Germany's going to make a push all along Italy, sort of performing special operations in the unstable Italy because they're fighting themselves everywhere, but they're also going to split up Italy into a few bits and pieces near Venice, and Italy's going to be like, alright, we're going to leave this war to figure out our own people, so they're just going to be like, alright, we leave the war, Southern Italy is going to surrender over to the Allies, with them having more difficulties than they would think. And Italy is just going to leave to sort of figure themselves out, and Germany can no longer use Northern Italy as a way to get into France. So Germany is going to struggle a lot, but due to France having a better starter military and a better, more trained military, France is going to push back the Germans a lot, and due to Poland being a part of Germany for so long, they're going to rebel from Germany, free up some of this land in Slovakia, and they're going to make a push into Prussia, slowly splitting them off, with Polish people from all over Germany wanting to be a part of Poland again. So let's see this front line. This is what the Polish rebellion is going to look like, and this is a pretty big rebellion, and it's going to cripple Germany for the most part. So this is why the French are going to have the upper hand in the Benelux region, and they're going to push through Belgium, pulling a reverse World War I. And they're going to also free up the Dutch, and they're going to see Dutch citizens push into Germany as sort of a way for defending their honor. And the Danish are going to rebel from Germany, like so, but Germany's going to still have control over some of their islands, like that. And they're going to push drastically, and they're going to push from their offensive into the old French land, slowly capitulating all this area with a encirclement. And France is going to be like, surrender now and you won't get a bad peace treaty, and that is what Germany does. And let's see this peace treaty. This is the peace treaty to divide Germany, and here we see southern Germany happening, and a Benelux union gaining more land than they had before happening, and France is going to annex a little bit of the Rhineland, and Poland's going to extend their border to the left. Czechoslovakia is going to be reunited, and Austria is going to get its panhandle taken away by Italy, and southern Italy is going to become weaker, and these islands are a part of northern Italy now because they rebelled. And Italy is going to make efforts to reunite, but overall they can't, and this is just going to be the peace treaty for now. Goodbye, I will see you all in the next video, and Stockings fans, y'all will see him in the next video after this. Goodbye.